Hey, 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 it's your boy Kalo Star from Kalo Star's Favorite Things, and I have another great product. This is a sconce outdoor light for your wall. This is a 12 watt RGB CCT high voltage square wall lamp that's powered by either Zigbee or 2.4 gigabyte controls. It's 1,000 LMs, it's 12 watt, and the IP rate is 66. And it works with Alexa, it works with Google, yes. And it also works with a Zigbee hub, and I noticed that it works with the Philips hub. So the app itself, let me show you the light here. This is what it looks like out of the box, right here. It's just a little wall sconce here, and it goes to all these different colors and what have you. I'm showing you the colors over there. If you look over there, you see what it looks like when it's colored. And this is something that you're going to have to install electrically. So it has this cord here. Yes, but these are going to be your connectors. And there seems to be a ground. Yes, a ground, a yellow, and a blue. So you're going to have to turn the electricity off to get those wires on there. So that's how it came here. So you're going to take whatever light you're replacing and make sure you have this connected correct. But make sure you turn the power off first. Always important. Now, as far as the mounting, I'm going to be replacing a porch light. So it has a bracket here. But as you can see, I'm not sure how the bracket is going to get on the wall, but it does have these screws here so that you can release a little bit of the light to pull this out. So I'm going to probably take this off first, get that mounted to the wall, and then I'll add the sconce light. This light has lots of colors, guys. It's supposed to have all kinds of stuff, and being able to work with Alexa, 16 million colors, color temperature, saturation. It has do not control. Now, it says by remote control. Now, this doesn't come with the remote control, but it works with all these different remote controls that you can use. So hopefully, one of those remote controls that I have already will work with this, a 2.4 gigabyte remote control. So it didn't come with one, but it does mention remote controls quite heavily in your book. So the first thing I would do, guys, is there's a little book that comes in mine. It has a QR code that takes you directly to the instructions for all the different ways that you can do this, either through a Zigbee hub, which is a hub for smart appliances, or you can do it through your Philips Hue app. So it has a lot of alternative ways to do it, which is somewhat confusing. So we're going to have to just figure it out. But what I want to do is get this installed. It's made out of heavy steel, so it's made for outdoor and indoor. I'm excited about all the colors that it does for my porch light. During the holidays, I can change the colors, so it's going to take me a little bit of study to find out, to make sure that it does everything that it's made to do. And I think it's going to be a nice addition to my home. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down and get it ready for the install, so that tonight, tonight we'll have a beautiful colored light to show you. It's by MI Boxer, and it's Zigbee powered, but it has alternatives. You can work it through your Philips Hue app, which makes that automatically Alexa controlled. And she's coming off there. So there you go. You have this beautiful sconce light from MI Boxer, and we're going to get this installed. So stay with me. All right, first thing first, let's make sure we turn off the breaker box so that we can go ahead and work on this. I'm going to take a look at these wires again. Those colors are suspect. I'm not sure how they're going to work, but we're going to guess the rainbow one is the ground. So that's what I'm going with. So just wanted to double check it one more time just to be sure. There's nothing really good in the instructions. So here, look at this is when we taking the light off. You see my junction box already has some brackets there. I'm going to try to use what's existing. instead of trying to remake the wheel. So I got to make this work, and we're going to see what we got to do here. Okay, so there's those 3 wires again. Still contemplating which is which. I'm going to go with my first thought. The rainbow one is the ground. All right, so in order to get the bracket up there, I need to take it off of the back of the light. So I had to release a couple of screws to do that. So I'm able to take the bracket off because the bracket needs to go up first before the light. So you see, there's the bracket. Got it off. And I am going to position it up there in my existing junction box that's there for my previous porch light. So I'm making it work. There's screws that are already there. I'm just going to use the hardware that was already in place. You get some extra screws in the box, but you don't get anything other than the bracket to mount. So it makes an assumption that you're going to use wood, but mine is brick, so this is what I have to use. Okay, so then I get the bracket on top of my existing screws. I use my existing nuts to go over the top of the screws, and then I'm able to tighten it with that. That worked out pretty well. Just got to get the bracket straightened so that the light will be straightened as well. So if you run into this problem where you have to use some of your existing, try to make it work if you can. Otherwise, you're going to have to just take everything down and just kind of redo it. So here we go. We're going to try the light. So I'm looking at it just for position to make sure that it's going to fit the bracket. I got that extra cord. That's going to be a problem too. There's not a big hole there to really stuff it in there, but we'll figure something out. So we're going ahead and wiring the wires according to what I think with the rainbow colored wire. Multicolored one is going to be the ground. I am assuming that is it because it has green painted on it. Okay, so here we have it. Let's just test it out. We're going to get all those up there nice and well. But before I mount anything, I want to make sure that I have it wired correctly. So let's just go ahead and give it a try. So here's what we did. Those wires, and that's what I ended up doing. And voila, those were right. My first choice. So they are correct. Yeah. So the light comes on. That's a good sign. So here we have it all mounted and ready. And you see I have the white light that's there. That is so cool. It came on white by default because I haven't actually made it into the app yet. I'll do that for the night show. And whew, that was a lot of work, guys. You really need a partner to do it with so they can hold stuff for you. But I did it by myself. I ended up wrapping the wire kind of behind there, so it works. This is the light that I took off. You know, it was just a regular old sconce light that you get from your porch. So tonight, we're going to turn on the colors, and I'll give you a view of that, but that's what it looks like installed. All right, here's the app. The app, I am using the Philips Hue app. That is what I have in my house, smart home, is Philips Hue. Basically, you just add a device. All you have to do is flick the light one time, go to your Philips Hue, and then you're able to add it. Sometimes it just finds it by itself. It has all these different scenes, colors you can use. Really cool. This light has millions of colors, so I'm saving some of these scenes to my favorites so that I can have those to test with at night. So I'm using the Philips Hue app. That's what I'm using. So you see right here, the Philips Hue, you can change the colors by moving around the little bubble here. Just that easy. The app is pretty easy to work. You shouldn't have any problems. If you want to use a Zigbee app, that's a different app. I'm going with the Philips app instead. You'll find all that out in your paperwork when you look at the documentation when you get your product. So there you go. Changing of the colors. The app's all set up. I'm just solar my porch light. It's there. So we are ready to go. I put it in a room. I'm calling it outside, and I am done. It's nighttime. Check out my colors. Check out the colors. Look at it. Look how it just goes. Using the app here, I'm using the Philips Hue app to show you all the beautiful colors that this light does. Wouldn't it be great if you had several? Well, that's a wrap. You find all this on Amazon. Have a great day. Bye.